Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganpati Bappa! Morya! Mangal Murti! Morya! Jai Ganesh. Lord Ganesha, root of all the spiritual powers, overlord of 64 art forms and 14 law, no work is ever started without his worship. Today, with the blessings of such a great deity, we are going to narrate the splendor of Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati.
Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Samsara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayarabinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitan Namami.
Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati. As soon as this name is spelled, Ganesh devotees not only from India but everywhere across the globe pray with all their devotion.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Devotees of Lord Ganesha from Thailand visit every year to seek his blessings.
Morya re, Morya re, Bappa Morya re, Morya re, Bappa Morya re, Morya re, Bappa Morya re. Ganpati Bappa Morya, Mangal Murti Morya.
Located in the heart of Pune city, after visiting this beautiful architectural temple, everyone's eyes glitter with joy and satisfaction.
Om Namastasmai Ganeshaya Omkara Brahma Rupine Tvadiya Krupaya Deva Sambhave Dinamang.
Ornaments of gold weighing more than 100 kgs, this idol of Lord Ganesha has the aura which perfectly reflects in its name Shrimanta, meaning rich. All the rituals carried out are according to the Hindu scriptures and tradition. Eyes are mesmerized by the lighting around. During Ganesh Festival, the streets are flooded with devotees. 20,000 women on the occasion of Rishi Panchami recite the holy Atharva Shirsha for their Lord. Students reciting the Atharva Shirsha is also spellbinding.
Satyam Vachmi Avatmam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avadakaram Avadhataram.
Eyes and ears replete after witnessing this epic sight. From the temple of Lord to the temple of humanity, Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati dives deeper and deeper in the ocean of humanity.
With the help of Suvarnyug Tarun Mandal, Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati has preserved its tradition of 125 prosperous years of glorious history establishing the idol. Innumerable tales of devotion, sound of realization towards the social issues, and dedicated efforts by selfless volunteers, accomplishing from all the directions, we are going to experience the journey of 125 years. Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati, a Lord Ganesha named after a person, is very rarely found. Let's see the story behind this.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Dagdusheth Halwai at that time was a very popular and important gentleman in Pune.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
The British government had honored him with the title Dagdusheth.
Blessed with wealth, prosperity, and respect from all directions, Dagdusheth and his wife Lakshmibai were very happy. But suddenly, at that time, an epidemic of plague spread through Pune city. And in that epidemic, Dagdusheth and Lakshmibai lost their only son.
Heartbroken with the loss of their only child, this couple didn't understand what to do. And that is exactly when their spiritual guru, Sri Madhavnath Maharaj, came to their house to support them morally.
Gurudeva Datta.
Maharaj advised the couple to adopt Lord Ganesha and also told them that this Ganesha will be famed across the globe.
As Dagdusheth and Lakshmibai recovered from their sorrow, they made a beautiful and mesmerizing four-handed Lord Ganesha idol from the sculptor and established the idol with a sense of devotion and love.
Om Ganpataye Namaha. Om Ganpataye Namaha.
सुकर्ता दुपहर्ता वार्ता विघ्नाची पूर्वी पूर्वी प्रेम कृपा दयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर उडिशेंदुराची कंठी झळके मान मुक्ता फळाची जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती ओ श्री मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव.
Madhavnath Maharaj's words turned into reality. The popularity of this idol established by Dagdusheth has spread far across the oceans and in all directions.
Today, not only devotees from India but everywhere across the globe believe in Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati and worship him heartily.
गणेश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणाधिपं गुणागरं गुणप्रियं गुणान्तकं गुणिस्तुतं गुणोत्कटं गणाग्रजं गणप्रथं गणाग्रणी गुणेश्वरं.
In 1893, the whole Indian nation was under the British rule. A harsh yet influencing personality was fighting against this injustice, slavery, and intolerance. This personality was none other than the great Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
नरवीर रुद्र तू स्वातंत्र्याचा ध्यास, तू लोकशाहीचा समतेचा विश्वास. चल उठ सिद्ध हो निर्धाराने देशाच्या रक्षणा. मराठी मना झेप घे पुन्हा.
To increase the unity in people, Lokmanya Tilak came up with the thought of celebrating a festival publicly. But then the question arose that the festival of which deity should they celebrate publicly? First thing came to his mind was Lord Ganesha. Because Lord Ganesha himself is whole, he blesses the right ones and exterminates the evil.
And then Lokmanya Tilak decided to establish the Ganesh idol publicly and celebrate the Ganesh festival extravagantly. The festival started in the year 1893 from 14th September till 24th September and was celebrated spectacularly.
गणपती बाप्पा मोरया, मंगल मूर्ती मोरया.
In 1943, Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganesh Festival was as usually celebrated magnificently against the British rule. Why this year was so important to Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati was because the Lord Ganesha idol had completed 50 years.
Even though people had religious and spiritual freedom of celebrating this festival, the entire nation was under the influence of injustice and slavery by the British. Some places common people were preyed to iniquity, whereas some places the freedom fighters were hanged cruelly. The consequences of which could be felt in all parts of the country. At that time, the volunteers, along with the freedom fighters in the dark night, took the flaming torch of revolution and prayed to Lord Ganesha.
हे गणराया, आम्ही भक्तिभावाने तुझी पूजा अर्चना करतो. तुझ्या हातातील शस्त्रांचा देखील आम्ही आदर करतो. तुझ्या शस्त्रांची धार आता अधिक तीक्ष्ण होऊ दे. आमच्या भक्तीला यश दे गणराया. या जुलमी इंग्रजी सत्तेला आता उलथवून लाव. आम्हाला यश मिळू दे गणराया. आम्हाला यश मिळू दे.
भारत माता की जय. भारत माता की जय. वंदे मातरम. वंदे मातरम. वंदे मातरम. वंदे मातरम.
On the 15th of August in 1947, India got its freedom.
Vande
The battle for freedom fought by the fighters at last succeeded.
Vande Mataram.
lives of innumerable Indians bloomed as a flower of freedom. People waved the flag of India proudly. Lord Ganesha fulfilled their prayers and they got the freedom they were waiting for all these years. The volunteers and people of Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati were happy and excited.
गणपती बाप्पा
In 1968, the 75th year was celebrated marvelously and gloriously. A thought that a new Ganesha idol should be made came into the mind of Tatya Saheb Godse. But when a question raised that who will do such a responsible task, Dr. Bala Saheb Paranspe suggested the name Nagesh Shilpi. Nagesh Shilpi was the son of a famous sculptor, Shankar Appa Shilpi. The responsibility of making an idol was handed over to him.
With the guidance of his father, Nagesh Shilpi took the initiative of installing the Siddha Yantra in the womb of the new Lord Ganesha idol.
नमस्ते अस्तुलंबोदराय एकदंताय विघ्ननाशने शिवसुताय श्री वरदमूर्तये नमः श्री वरदमूर्तये नमः श्री वरदमूर्तये.
Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati became sacred and popular in the entire world after the installation of this Siddha Yantra.
Yes, it is true that Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati has spread all over the globe. But it is not possible only because of devotion, but with combined efforts of Suvarnayug Tarun Mandal and selfless volunteers and leader Tatya Saheb Godse, who keep the flames of serving humankind alive that made it possible.
पुणे हे गणपतीचं गाव आहे. पुण्यामध्ये सुरुवात झाली गणेश उत्सवाची. लोकमान्य टिळकांनी 5 गणपती बसवले 1893 साली पुणे शहरामध्ये. तिथून सुरुवात झाली. गणपती उत्सव संपला 7 दिवसाच्या त्या काळामध्ये त्यांनी एक आग्रहलेख लिहिला आणि लोकांना आव्हान केलं. आज 5 गणपती बसले, लोकांनी 25 बसवावेत पुढच्या वर्षी आणि खरोखर बसले. आज 40,000 गणपती मंडळ आणि 450 कोटी रुपये वर्गणीच्या निमित्तानं आज लोकांच्या खिशातनं गोळा केले जातात. हा समाजाचा पैसा आहे. देव कार्य करताना समाज कार्य हे केलं गेलं पाहिजे. हे आपलं कर्तव्य आहे. देव मंदिर आपण उभारू शकतो, पण देव मंदिराबरोबर मानव सेवेचं महामंदिर उभारण्याचं काम कार्यकर्त्यांनी हातामध्ये घेतलं पाहिजे.
Other people who accompanied Tatya Saheb Godse were Digambar Rasne, Advocate Shankar Rao Suryavanshi and Kashinath Rasne.
जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश.
With the donations received from the devotees, Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati was getting richer day by day. The glory of idol was increasing with the innumerable flames of devotion. But there is a saying, darkness under each brightness. In the locality of this glorious temple was the darkness of several innocent children of Devdasis.
The Devdasi practice was a huge stigma to the Indian culture. This practice ruined the lives of several women in Maharashtra. Several girls were pushed towards prostitution. And that is how the red light area in Budhwarpet emerged. mirrors reflected the endangered future of their children. On one hand, they struggled to conceal their humiliating lives, whereas on the other hand, unknowingly, they would end up exposing their children to the hardships and cruelty of the outer world.
पुत्रपौत्रान् धनं देहि सर्वान् कामाश्च देहि मे.
Thus praying to Lord Ganesha, Dear Lord, don't let our children live the life we have lived.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः.
Tatya Saheb Godse was regretting this. Along with their warriors, they decided to eliminate the darkness and brighten up the future of these children. This is when Bal Sangopan Kendra emerged that it is an orphanage for the underprivileged children, and when the trust adopted the orphaned and the needful children, and they took care of their shelter, food, education, and served their medical needs.
Today, the students brought up in this orphanage live a very respectful life, giving all the credit to Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati.
जय गणेश. माझं नाव शमशुद्दीन साबीर अभिषेक. मी मुंबई येथील कामाठीपुरा भागात राहत होतो. 1992 साली मी बालसंगोपन केंद्र कोंढवा येथे राहायला आलो. 2009 सालापर्यंत मी तिथे होतो. ह्या दिवसांमध्ये म्हणजे ह्या वर्षांमध्ये माझं ग्रॅज्युएशन तिथे पूर्ण झालं. शिक्षणाचा खर्च आपल्या बालसंगोपन केंद्राने उचलला आणि गणपतीची पूजा अर्चा असू शकते, अभिषेक असू शकतो, गुरुजींच्या हाताखालचे 10 दिवस असू शकतात. तर मी डेली त्यांच्याबरोबरीनं हे करत होतो. मी एक मुस्लिम असूनही या गणेश उत्सवांमध्ये आणि इतर दिवसांमध्ये पूजा अर्चा अभिषेक वगैरे मीही करत होतो. श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ गणपती मंडळाला बालसंगोपन केंद्राकडून खूप खूप शुभेच्छा.
गणपती बाप्पा मोरया. काशिका म्हणते कोण? गणपती बाप्पा. काशिका म्हणते कोण? गणपती बाप्पा.
A great human being who witnessed this is none other than the mother of orphaned, huge social worker respected, Sindhutai Sapkal. When she decided to dedicate herself to the society and social causes, a question that came in front of her was, what should I do with my own daughter? Then she asked Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati for help. Sindhutai's social work should not have any barriers, and also her daughter should live a nurturing life. So the trust adopted her daughter.
नमस्कार, मी सौ सिंधुताई सपकाळ, श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्ट. मी हा ट्रस्ट ओळखत नव्हते, मला गणपती माहिती नव्हता, मला पुणा पण माहिती नव्हतं. पण ज्यावेळेस मी ठरवलं की माझ्या मुलीने पुण्यामध्ये राहावं, कोणीतरी तिचा सांभाळ करावा, कारण मला अनाथ लेकरांची आई व्हायचं होतं आणि माझी मुलगी माझ्याजवळ राहिली माझ्यातली आई चुकेल याची भीती होती. म्हणून मी ट्रस्ट शोधली, अध्यक्ष प्रतापराव गोडसेंना भेटले, माझी अडचण सांगितली की माझ्या मुलीचे मायबाप तुम्ही व्हा, मी जगाची मायबाप होईल, ज्यांना कोणी नाही त्यांची आई बनेल. त्यांनी माझ्या मुलीला घेतलं, सांभाळलं, 12वीपर्यंत सेवा सदन, BA पर्यंत गरवारे कॉलेज आणि डबल ग्रॅज्युएशन करून मुलगी माझ्या ताब्यात दिली त्यांनी परत. म्हणून एक लक्षात घ्या, जर एक श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्ट मला सापडली नसते, या ट्रस्टपर्यंत मी पोचले नसते, माझी मुलगी डबल ग्रॅज्युएशन होऊ शकली नसते, मी हजारो लेकरांची माय होऊ शकले नसते, 282 जावयांची सासू, 49 सुनांची सासू, 250 गायीची आई, हे जी मी झाले ना, ती फक्त श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्टने आधार दिला म्हणून, माझ्या मुलीला अगदी मायबापासारखं प्रेम दिलं म्हणून, एका सिंधुताई सपकाळच्या बाळाला त्यांनी सांभाळलं म्हणून हजारो लेकरं सांभाळण्याचं सामर्थ्य मला मिळालं. हे जे सगळं वैभव आहे हे श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्टमुळे आहे. त्यामुळे या ट्रस्टला मी धन्यवाद देते.
Today, also, this mother of world thanks Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati and its management.
The city of Pune was gradually developing. Owing to their jobs and businesses, the young generation had no time to spare for their parents. The parents who had given them birth, raised them, were now being pushed away. Who held their hand and taught them to walk, talk, and write, were now left to survive on their own by their children. Whose support did these elderly people have? These elderly people would spend all their time in the temple and its premises. Thus spending their time in devotion. But who would understand their grief? Who would support them in their loneliness and sickness? They would ask these questions to Lord Ganesha instead of asking their children. And finally, Lord Ganesha answered their prayers. Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati Trust secured them with the Pitashri Vridhashram.
श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ गणपती मंडळाला पिताश्री वृद्धाश्रमातर्फे खूप खूप शुभेच्छा.
गणपती बाप्पा, गणपती बाप्पा.
ओ नमो ज्याद्या वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय संविद्यात्मरूपा देवा तूची गणेश. दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपतीचा माझा ऋणानुबंध असेल मला माहिती नाही, पण गेली 34 वर्ष मी हा कार्यक्रम करतोय आणि माझा अनुभव असा आहे की 34 वर्षात एकही दिवसाचा कार्यक्रमाचा खंड पडला नाही. हा कृपादान करणारा गणपती आहे. आमच्यावर कृपा झाली म्हणून 34 वर्ष ही सेवा घडत आहे. त्यांचं कार्य मोठं आहे आणि अजून कार्य मोठं होईल, कारण इथली जी विश्वस्त मंडळी आहेत ती इतकी निष्ठावंत आहेत गणपतीशी, समाजाशी, आणि समाजाने दिलेली जी काही दान आहे ते इतका सदुपयोग करतात की माणसांना असंच वाटतं अजून द्यावं आणि हे कार्य अविरत अखंड चालू राहावं. चंद्र सूर्य आहे तिथपर्यंत एवढीच प्रार्थना करतो.
On one hand, the glory of Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati was getting brighter and brighter as the Ganesh festivals were passing by. And on the other hand, volunteers of the trust were focusing more towards illuminating the darkened areas of the society. This illuminating Lord Ganesha spell crossed 100 years successfully. The 100th year of Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati was remarkable and unforgettable. The event had its own kind. Nothing like this took place ever in the past before. The celebration of this festival spread in all directions. It occurred to the volunteers that the event which is going to take place should be as superior as the popularity and aura of this Lord Ganesha idol. As a precaution that there shouldn't be insufficiency of space, a huge pandal was built near Sarvajanik in Pune. Various dignitaries from the field of art and music were invited to perform.
गजानना गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना 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 पार्वती नंदन गजानना 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 गौरी नंदन गजानना
गजानना गजानना गौरी नंदन गजानना
गजानना
An exceptional and extraordinary event of the whole century took place. Today, you can also view the imprints of that event in the eyes of the people who experienced it.
It is said that the great Lord Vitthal stood on a brick for 28 yugas for the welfare of people. But what's ironical is that the workers who make these bricks did not have a place of their own to live. They built other people's houses while they themselves lived on the streets. They made their babies sleep in small cradles, tying up pieces of cloth to the branches of trees. The food as well was cooked on these same bricks they made.
When volunteers of Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati came to know about this, they gave these workers a helping hand. They helped them financially so that they could build their own houses. Today, all the workers whom the trust have helped live in their own houses and thank the Lord Ganesha.
जय गणेशा. आम्ही वीटभट्टी कामदार होतो. आम्ही लोकांची घरं बांधित होतो. आमचा संसार उघड्यावर होतं. दगडूशेठ मंडळाने आमची दखल घेतली आणि आमची घरे उभा केली.
गणपती बाप्पा.
Even if Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati crossed a century, the enthusiasm in the volunteers was still just magnificent, which tied a knot forever with self-established kabaddi team Suvarnayug Sports Club. The first name engraved on the relation with Suvarnayug Sports Club was Sumati Pujari.
Sumati's mom used to cook food and provide tiffins for their survival. There was no other earning member in the family. In such a situation, Sumati joined Suvarnayug Sports Club to practice her skills in kabaddi. She was exceptional in kabaddi and became the captain of the Indian team. Owing to her excellence, she bagged a job in the Central Railway.
जय गणेश. मी सुमती पुजारी. या माझ्या कबड्डीच्या प्रवासात सुवर्णयुग स्पोर्ट्स क्लबमुळे भारतीय संघाचं कर्णधारपद मिळालं आणि महाराष्ट्र शासनाचा शिवछत्रपती पुरस्कार मिळाला.
A girl whose contribution made the Indian kabaddi team win the World Cup, Deepika Joseph. She used to stay in the slums which were in close proximity of the ground. People from these slums had to fight with their problems every single day for their survival and face several hardships moving forward in life. But Deepika's life got the right direction with Suvarnayug Sports Club.
जय गणेश. मी दीपिका, भारतीय संघाची उपकर्णधार आणि विक्रीकर विभागात मी असिस्टंट कमिशनर म्हणून कार्यरत आहे गेली 3 वर्ष. म्हणजे 2012मध्ये हा पहिला महिलांचा वर्ल्ड कप झाला, त्याची मी उपकर्णधार झाले आणि त्याच्यावरती की आम्ही तो वर्ल्ड कप आपल्या देशात आम्ही घेऊन आलो, ह्याचा आनंद नक्कीच आहे. चाळीतून ते असिस्टंट कमिशनरपर्यंत किंवा भारतीय उपकर्णधाराचा म्हणजे जो काही तो प्रवास आहे, मी सुवर्णयुग स्पोर्ट्स क्लबमुळे तो माझ्यासाठी सोपा झाला. श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती मंडळाला सुवर्णयुग स्पोर्ट्स क्लबकडून
हार्दिक शुभेच्छा.
गणपती बाप्पा.
मोरया.
जय गणेश.
जय गणेश.
The journey didn't stop here. To provide an exposure to the new players on the occasion of the 125th year, the Trust organized a national kabaddi competition. In male category, the Air India team from Mumbai won, whereas in the female category, Suvarnayog Sports Club won. Also, All Indian Wrestling competition known as Hind Kesari was organized. And here, Sumit Kumar of Delhi won the title of Hind Kesari.
दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणेशोत्सव मंडळाने अगदी सुरुवातीपासूनच सामाजिक कार्यालाच प्राधान्य दिलं आणि एक प्रकारे विश्वभरातील गणपत्यांसाठी गणेश भक्तांसाठी सगुणातील ईश्वराची सेवा कशी करावी त्याचा आदर्श वस्तुपाठ देत आहेत. जय गणेश.
In this pleasing river of social works, another stream united in the form of Pingori village.
Pingori village was struck by drought for several years. Due to lack of rain, the villagers were depressed. Some people were leaving the village, whereas some others would keep staring at the sky in hope. The dam located in the foothills of the hills close to the village was filled with sediments. Due to inadequate funds provided by the government, these sedimentation problems seemed impossible to resolve. Being hopeful and patiently waiting for the rain, the villagers were helpless. When the volunteers of Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati found out about this huge problem, they did not wait for the government to provide funds. They immediately started the erosion and removal of sediments with the trust's funds. Finally, the sedimentation of 40 years was successfully cleared from this dam. In Pingori, the removal of sedimentation was going on, whereas in Pune, the celebration of Ganesh Festival was going on with the same enthusiasm. And a miracle happened. The village that had barely witnessed rain now witnessed heavy rainfall. The rain started exactly when the Ganesh Festival started and stopped exactly on the day it ended. This came as a pleasant surprise to all the villagers and the volunteers of Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati. The dam overflowed. The prayers of the volunteers and the villagers were answered by their Lord, and the situation of Pingori changed. Pingori was no longer the village of drought.
तात्यासाहेब गोडसे यांच्या विचारातून आणि संपूर्ण ट्रस्ट विश्वस्त मंडळ यांनी या ठिकाणी पिंगोरीमध्ये जे काम केलं त्यामुळं पिंगोरी तील सर्व ग्रामस्थांमध्ये एक उत्साह निर्माण झालेला आहे आणि सर्व पिंगोरी ग्रामस्थ त्यांच्या या ठिकाणी शतशः आभारी आहेत.
दगडूशेठ गणपती मंडळाला हार्दिक हार्दिक शुभेच्छा.
बोला गणपती बाप्पा मोरया.
Even if Lord Ganesha is the god of wit, we cannot forget the fact that he has weapons in his hands as a symbol of self-defense. This is the reason Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati respectfully honor the brave wives and the brave mothers who lost their husbands or children on the border of Indian nation.
हा सत्कार म्हणजे मराठा पलटणचाच नव्हे, एंटायर इंडियन आर्म फोर्सेसचा सत्कार केला आहे. फक्त दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्ट हेच एक अभिनव उपक्रम करत आहे. सर्व भारतीय सेनेतील सर्व जवान, JCOs, ऑफिसर्स, त्यांचा परिवार, वीर माता, वीर पत्नी, वीर भगिनी यांच्यातर्फे शतशः धन्यवाद आणि फौजींतर्फे ग्रँड सॅल्यूट टू द दगडूशेठ हलवाई ट्रस्ट.
On the occasion of the 125th year, Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati Trust honored 125 families who lost their husband, son, brother in the battle with 25,000 rupees cash and a certificate of accreditation. As the fame of temple raised high and high, the work of serving humanity also increased day by day. Showed illiterates the path of literacy, gave shelters to an orphan one.
An important part of this is the Sassoon Hospital in Pune city. The hospital was in a terrible condition. There was nothing else, just dirt and filth. The trust took charge of the hospital, and today the hospital has changed drastically.
मी श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्टच्या अध्यक्ष आणि विश्वस्त मंडळाचं मनपूर्वक या ठिकाणी अभिनंदन करतो की एक अतिशय चांगला उपक्रम या ठिकाणी त्यांनी हातामध्ये घेतला आणि रुग्णांच्या नातेवाईकांकरता विश्रामाची सोय असेल, महिलांचा वॉर्ड अद्ययावतीकरण करणं असेल किंवा एक अतिशय चांगलं किचन या ठिकाणी सेटअप करणं असेल, अशा तिन्ही प्रकल्पाच्या माध्यमातून सामान्य रुग्णाला ज्याचा फायदा होईल अशा प्रकारचं एक उत्तम सामाजिक कार्य हे या ट्रस्टच्या माध्यमातून केलं आहे.
With the blessings of Lord Ganesha, today people are getting good service in the hospital. Neat, clean and spacious wards for patients. Special maternity wards for pregnant women. NICU for newborn babies. $5,000 square feet kitchen with an upgraded level of technology to cook food in large quantities. And with many more such facilities, the Sassoon Hospital has changed miraculously.
मी डॉक्टर अजय साहेबराव चंदनवाले, ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन. सध्या मी BJ गव्हर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज व ससून रुग्णालय येथे अधिष्ठाता म्हणून कार्यरत आहे. श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ गणपती हलवाई ट्रस्ट दर महिन्याला 25 ते 27 लाख रुग्णांवर खर्च करतात. आज 1200 रुग्णांना मोफत ब्रेकफास्ट, दुपारचं जेवण आणि रात्रीचं जेवण श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ गणपती हलवाई ट्रस्टतर्फे देण्यात येतं. अशा प्रकारे मध्यमवर्गीयांना जो ससून रुग्णालयाकडे आकर्षित करण्याचा जो आमचा प्रयत्न चाललेला आहे, यामध्ये श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्टचा फार मोठा महत्त्वाचा वाटा आहे. जय गणेश. श्रीमंत दगडूशेठ गणपती मंडळाला ससून परिवारातर्फे हार्दिक शुभेच्छा.
गणपती बाप्पा.
Anyone and everyone seeks blessing and bow to Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati. May it be a sports person, an artist, a social worker, or any common man.
Morya, Morya, Dagdusheth, Morya. Morya, Morya, Dagdusheth, Morya. Morya, Morya, Dagdusheth, Morya. Morya, Morya, Dagdusheth, Morya. Morya, Morya, Dagdusheth, Morya.
But superstitions do not have a place here. When a rumor and superstition that Lord Ganesha drinks milk had spread across the nation, Tatya Godse closed the doors of the temple to stop such superstitions. On the occasion of 125 prosperous years, Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Ganpati Trust has started many more social causes. Few are still going on, and with Lord's blessings, few have been completed successfully.
Business enterprise for people suffering from leprosy. E-learning facility for the kindergarten-going children. Meals for the devotees of Lord Vitthal who go out on a procession, thus covering a stretch of around 250 kilometers known as Wari in India. Also, to make their walk stress-free and less tiring, 125 lakh trees are being planted from Pune to Pandharpur. Jai Ganesh Jal Samvardhan Abhiyan, along with the Green Thumb Sanstha, as a collective initiative cleared sediments from the 22 kilometers long Khadakwasla Dam.
पुण्याचा पाण्याचा प्रश्न सोडवणं गरजेचं आहे आणि जर ते सोडवायचं असेल तर आपल्याला जे आपलं धरण जे आहे त्याचं पुनरुज्जीवन करणे गरजेचं आहे.
The fertile sediments from the dam were then provided to the needy farmers as fertilizers. The dam started storing more water, which helped the residents of Pune. Suvarnayog Sahakari Bank was started by the Shrimant Dagdusheth Halwai Trust in 1973. This bank has a widespread range of 22 branches consisting of 19,000 members in Pune. Today, this bank has succeeded in carrying out a business of 1,000 crores.
सापडेना वाट ज्यांना होतयांचा सारथी, हरवले आभाळ ज्यांचे होतयांचा सोबती, करीती तुझी जे साधना त्यांना तुझा सहवास दे, तू बुद्धी दे, तू प्रकाश दे, नवचेतना विश्वास दे.
Lord Ganesha is welcomed with excitement and enthusiasm. And with the same enthusiasm and excitement, the send-off known as the Visarjan takes place. Ganpati Bappa, Morya! Some Ganesh devotees send off their beloved Lord with eyes full of tears, whereas some others with all their devotion.
Bappa Morya, Morya, Morya re. Shrimant Dagdusheth Ganpati ki jai. Oh Shrimant Dagdusheth Ganpati ki jai. Bappa Morya, Morya,
Even this flame of Lord Ganesha slowly dissolves in an eco-friendly well, but the beats of social work vibrates the whole year. Some were in the form of sports and some were in the form of education.
Jai Ganesh Jnanvardhan Abhiyan provides several facilities to underprivileged students residing in Pune. This trust has taken up the responsibility to sponsor the education of 550 students belonging to 55 schools in Pune. In order to ensure the overall development and upbringing of these students with good values, value education seminars are also taken up. Education and career counseling is conducted in order to solve queries and boost the self-confidence of these students. These students are also provided with free medical facilities. The Jai Ganesh Jnanvardhan Abhiyan thus focuses on spreading knowledge. Today, with the help of this trust, a young Ganesh devotee, Santosh Hulavle, succeeded brilliantly at the global level by making a humanoid robot.
रोबॉटिक्समध्ये जवळपास मी 9 वर्षापेक्षा जास्त रिसर्च केला. त्याच्यानंतर मला असं वाटलं की मला आता असं काहीतरी क्रिएट करावं लागेल जेणेकरून ते आपल्या इंडियाला रिप्रेझेंट करू शकेल. तर मी बघितलं की जसं USA पॅटमॅन आहे, जपानचा असिमो आहे, तसा इंडियाचाही एक असा ह्युमरॉइड रोबोट असावा की जो इंडियाला रिप्रेझेंट करेल. त्यामुळे मी हा रोबोट बनवला. ह्या रोबोटचे खूप ॲप्लिकेशन्स आहेत जिकडे हा यूज होऊ शकतो, जसं की डिफेन्स आहे, सिक्युरिटी आहे आणि रोबोट्स हे आपलं फ्युचर आहे. तर त्याच्यावर आता आपल्या देशालाही फोकस करण्याची खूप गरज आहे आणि आय थिंक त्याच्यामध्ये आपण बरीच प्रगती करू.
Similarly, several other students have been studying sincerely in the educational society of this trust. Some dream of becoming a doctor, whereas some others have the passion and dedication to become an engineer. The enlightened flame of God is becoming the source of light for humanity. This is sure to brighten up the future of a new generation. This new generation will thus take an oath of social work, spirituality, and preserve the glory of this tradition. These tales of devotion and social work on the occasion of 125 years will be engraved permanently in the temple of God and in the hearts of devotees.
निराकार ओंकार निर्गुण रूप निराकार ओंकार निर्गुण रूप गणेशा तुझे रूप तेजस्वरूप गणेशा तुझे तुझ्या आरतीला नभे लक्षदीप
तुझा आरतीला नभी लक्षदीप
कसे सांग वर्णू तुझे विश्वरूप
कसे सांग वर्णू तुझे विश्वरूप
ॐ गणपतये नमः।
ॐ नमस्तस्मै गणेशाय ओंकार ब्रह्मरूपिणे त्वदीय कृपया देव सम्भवे दिनमङ्गलम्। ॐ नमस्तस्मै गणेशाय ओंकार ब्रह्मरूपिणे त्वदीय कृपया देव सम्भवे दिनमङ्गलम्। उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ हेरम्ब उत्तिष्ठ गणनायक उत्तिष्ठ प्रथमाराध्य ब्रह्माण्डं मङ्गलं कुरु। उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ हेरम्ब उत्तिष्ठ गणनायक उत्तिष्ठ प्रथमाराध्य ब्रह्माण्डं मङ्गलं कुरु।